Hey, Kate! Thank you so much for helping me out. I've parked my car in your parking space again.
What? Again? I thought I told you to not park your car here anymore. I didn't give you permission this time either.
I'm really grateful that you have a parking space in such a convenient location. It's really been a lifesaver for me.
Would you please stop using it without permission? It's not fair for the other customers and visitors that need to use the parking space.
I'm going to come and collect it in 2 years' time, so please let me know if anything happens to my car. Thank you so much for doing this for me.
What did you just say? 2 years? Are you serious? This is some kind of a joke, right?
Of course I'm serious. I'm going to be borrowing the parking space for free for 2 years. I really needed a place to leave my car. I've already left, by the way, so I won't be able to come back and move it. You better not think about moving my car without my permission. That would be a crime, and I would have to report you to the police.
You're threatening me when you parked there without my permission in the first place? I should be the one reporting you to the police. Also, you didn't mean to say 2 years, right? I'm hoping that you actually meant 2 minutes.
No, I didn't get it wrong. I really need to leave my car there for 2 years. I'm going to be leaving the country for the next few years.
Now that you mention it, I do remember you talking about going abroad for a few years.
You didn't forget, did you? Remember, you guys did a farewell party for me the other day? It was a little underwhelming, though. My husband is getting stationed abroad for work, and I'm going to go with him. I was looking for a place to leave my car while I was out of the country. Then I remembered that you had the perfect space.
You didn't even ask me if it would be okay, though. That place is always really busy and gets used by a lot of different people. The plot of land is also very expensive, as it's in a good location, so there's no way that I can let you use it for free for such a long period of time.
Why do you have to be so difficult about this? We're friends, aren't we? We really should be helping each other out, you know.
We're not even that close. There is no way I'm letting you use the parking space for free. It's a very popular parking spot, so even if you were my best friend, I still wouldn't be able to let you use it for free.
The farewell party that you held for me was so pathetic. You need to let me use the parking spot for free to make up for it. I was really looking forward to the party, but I felt that you guys didn't put any effort into planning it. This is the least that you can do for me.
The farewell party has nothing to do with what we're discussing right now.
I can't believe that my farewell gift was a bunch of flowers. I wish that you guys gave me something that would be more useful. I had to throw the flowers away the next day.
You keep complaining about the farewell party, but you should be grateful that you even had one. We didn't actually plan to have one until the very last minute. The only reason we decided to have a party was because you were so insistent that we have one for you.
Stop making things up! I know that you and all the other mom friends are really going to miss me. You guys must have been so eager to host the party for me. I was a little shocked when you asked me if it would be okay if we just have dinner together at a local restaurant.
And that's not enough for you? What did you expect us to do for you? We didn't have any time to prepare, and we gave it our best effort.
That's enough about that. Anyway, you understand my situation now, right? I'm mentally scarred about being suddenly taken abroad, and I have so much to worry about. You need to support me in any way you can. Giving me that parking space for free would be a great start.
Why do I have to be the one to support you? You should be asking your husband for any support that you might need. It has nothing to do with me, so please leave me out of it.
I know that our entire group of mom friends is going to miss me so much. I was the one that organized all our gatherings, after all. I was the leader of our group. I promise that I will be back for all you guys in 2 years' time. You better not get too ahead of yourself, by the way. You really don't want to become one of my enemies.
Just who do you think you are, talking to me like this? You parked in my parking space without my permission. If you're not going to move the car, then I'll do it myself.
Don't you dare touch my car. If you do, I'm going to report you to the police when I come back. I'm also going to tell the rest of our group that you are a massive traitor. If that happens, they're all going to ignore you and you'll have no friends.
Yeah, like that's going to happen. Anyway, I'm not worried about what you're going to do to me in 2 years' time. Stop making such empty threats to me. What does your husband think about all this? I'm sure that anyone with a brain would know that leaving your car in a parking spot without permission is not a good idea. Especially for such a long period of time. Or does your entire family lack morals? That wouldn't really surprise me either, to be completely honest.
I'm shocked that you would assume that about my family. He doesn't know anything about this, so it's okay. I'm not even doing anything wrong, so there's no need for me to tell him. This is a secret between me and you. Let's not tell anyone about this, okay?
So, you didn't tell him about this? Unbelievable. Isn't that car his property as well as yours? Surely he would want to know where his car is parked.
I just told him that I found a very convenient place close to the station. He was probably busy about other preparations, so didn't ask me about it at all.
What is wrong with him? Surely he should be a little curious about how you found the place. Also, was he not worried about the cost at all? You guys are leaving the car for 2 years. It should be something that he should be pretty concerned about.
I actually told him the truth about the cost. I explained to him that a friend was being really kind and was letting us leave our car for free for 2 years.
So am I correct in thinking that you lied to your husband about all of this? Do you not realize how much trouble you're causing me by doing this? Where did you even park your car, by the way? I don't see it.
I told you that I parked it in your parking space. I've got to catch my flight soon, and I still need to check in, so I don't have the time to be texting you like this. You better look after my car for the next 2 years. I'm really grateful that you're doing this for me. And you better stop complaining, or else I'm going to have to make you pay when I get back. Don't you dare think about touching or moving my car. If you do, I'll make you regret it.
I cannot believe how selfish and arrogant you are being. I really do wonder who is going to be the one that regrets doing this.
Hey, it's been a while, hasn't it? How are you doing?
Sorry, but who is this? It's a number that I don't recognize.
Stop pretending that you don't know me. There's no way that you've forgotten who I am. I was the leader of our group of mom friends.
What are you talking about? The only person that would be arrogant enough to say that. You must be Mary! The one that went abroad 2 years ago for her husband's job?
You really are a rude woman. How dare you talk to me like that? How could you forget me? We used to be good friends.
Good friends? I certainly don't remember it that way. You seem to be more arrogant than ever. I was kind of hoping that you would lose my number somehow.
What did you just say?
I just said what I felt. Anyway, what's the matter? Why are you texting me all of a sudden?
You know what I'm contacting you about. It's about my car. You did look after it like I told you to, right? Remember how I told you that you would regret it if you didn't listen to me? My car better be in the same place as I left it.
Look, I have stuff to do. I don't know what you're talking about.
Are you serious? There's no way that you've forgotten about it, right? I just got back to the country, so I'm going to come and get my car later today. If it's damaged even a little bit, I'm going to be so mad.
You parked your car in the parking spot next to mine.
What do you mean?
The place that you left your car 2 years ago wasn't my property. You made a mistake and left it in someone else's parking spot.
What? You're joking, right? I know that I parked my car in one of the parking spots that you own.
I do own some parking spaces there, but the place that you parked is not one of them. I only own the spot up to the one next to where you left your car. The place that you left your car is owned by the company that has its office on the top floor of the building.
What are you talking about? I thought that you owned that entire parking lot. Isn't that what you told me?
I never said anything like that. I only own half of that parking lot. The other half is owned by another company, like I said. I think they're a real estate agency, and their boss is a pretty scary person. It's a little confusing, but we both charge a different amount for our respective parking spaces. If you take a look at the signposts, it's all explained there.
Are you serious? I had no idea. You should have told me about it.
It's not my responsibility since you didn't park in any of my parking spots. Also, the entire parking lot is mostly designated for the people that work there, so you shouldn't be parking your car there anyway. I think everyone was very surprised when a random stranger decided to leave her car there for 2 years.
I can't believe that you lied to me. What's happened to my car then?
I really have no idea, as it wasn't parked in any of my spots.
It better not have been moved or gotten disposed of. Didn't I tell you to keep a close eye on my car?
You don't need to worry about that. I think I saw your car still parked there this morning.
That's great to hear. I'm so relieved.
I'm not so sure that you should be relieved. I'm pretty sure that you're going to have to pay for the parking fees.
Wait, what?
Parking fees for 2 entire years? I wonder how much that's going to be. I'm so curious to find out.
What are you saying? There's no way that I'm going to be paying anything. I only parked there because I thought that it was going to be for free.
That's not how the world works. You should be happy that your car is still there in the first place. What you did was really unacceptable, and normally your car would have been towed away. You should take responsibility for what you did and just pay the fees. If you refuse to pay after what you did, you're going to be in so much trouble.
I didn't do anything wrong. I only parked there for 2 years because I thought it was your parking space. I wouldn't leave my car in a parking lot for that long if I didn't know whose parking lot it was. That would be just a ridiculous thing to do.
There's no point in you telling any of these excuses to me. This has nothing to do with me now, so would you please get in touch with the people that you need to be talking to?
Why should I have to do that? This is all your fault, so you need to help me figure out what to do.
My fault? Are you insane?
You knew that this was happening and kept quiet about it. If you had have just told me, none of this would have happened. You're the one that's committing a crime. I'm the victim in this situation now.
You really are a hopeless person. How are you able to blame this on me? Do you not realize what you tried to do to me? You can ask 100 people, and they would all say that you're definitely not the victim here. You're the one that mistakenly parked your car in someone's property and left the country. There's no point trying to blame me for any of this. It's so obvious who is in the wrong here. Also, I'd recommend just paying the fee without any complaints. You don't want to mess with the company that owns the other half of the parking lot. I have heard some sketchy rumors about them. If I were you, I would apologize and pay the fees, then just walk away.
There is no way I'm doing that. I have no intention of paying a single cent for the parking spot. I was planning for the parking space to be free, so it's unreasonable to expect me to pay for it. I didn't have this budgeted at all, so I don't have the money to pay.
I have no idea why you didn't expect to have to pay for it. Even if you did park in one of my spaces, I would still be charging you for it. I never mentioned that I would let you use the space for free. If you need some proof, then you can take a look at the text messages that we sent each other 2 years ago. I'll send you screenshots if you've deleted our text history.
That doesn't matter. I thought it was free, so it should be free. And what did you mean when you said that they are scary? I don't want to be involved with people that are sketchy.
You don't want to be involved? You're the one that stepped into their territory. They asked me about your car, so I told them your name and your former address.
How could you do that? You gave out my private information to them?
I also told them that I have nothing to do with it and that I want you guys to solve any problems between yourselves. So I really don't have anything to do with this now. You shouldn't be texting me about this, as it's not going to solve anything.
How could you do this to me? Isn't this taking things a little too far?
I think you're the one that took it too far in the first place. Parking your car for free for 2 years? That's a pretty bold thing to ask.
You shut your mouth right now. If you know the people that work at the real estate agency, then you need to talk to them for me.
But you just told me to shut up. Besides, I have no intention of talking to them as they scare me. I really don't want to have to interact with them at all.
They're that scary? Do you think that they're going to try to do something to me? Am I really going to be okay?
Who knows? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I'm sure that you'll find out when you talk to them about this.
Hey, I thought that we were friends. Friends really should help each other out when they're in trouble. How about we split the cost between the two of us since we're both partially at fault here?
That is completely out of the question. Why should I have to pay anything? You're joking, right? You must be crazy if you're really asking me to pay. Also, I don't see you as one of my friends anymore. You tried to use my parking space for free even after I said no so many times. I don't want to be friends with someone that won't respect my opinion. You didn't even try to listen to anything that I told you.
Well, I do apologize about that. Maybe I was asking for a little bit too much at the time. 2 years ago, I was worried about moving abroad and wasn't thinking straight. I was under a lot of stress.
2 years ago? You were just complaining and saying the same nonsense until a few minutes ago. It didn't seem like you were planning on apologizing to me at all till you realized how much trouble you were in.
Wait, it's not like that. I always felt sorry about what I did. I really don't have the money to pay off any huge fees like this right now. Would you please help me out and do something about this?
It's none of my business, so I can't do anything about it. You go ahead and talk to them directly about this. Maybe they'll forgive you if you ask them nicely. It's not my parking space, so I can't do anything about it, obviously.
Well then, could you at least lend me some money then? I promise that I'll pay you back eventually.
Why don't you ask your husband to pay for it? He must have earned a lot while he worked for his company in another country.
He doesn't have that much money left. I was really stressed and ended up using all the money that he earned on myself. I couldn't control myself from buying high-brand things. We barely have any savings left. We really don't get along at the moment, so I definitely can't ask him for even more money right now. If I do, he's going to divorce me.
Well then, that's just too bad. Good luck with solving this mess that you got yourself into. I would hate to be in the situation that you're in.
Don't make fun of me like that. Do you not care what happens to me?
Not really. This has nothing to do with me.
Are you really sure that you want to be treating me this way? I'm the lead of our mom group, you know. You're going to be fine when they all start ignoring you all of a sudden. They'll all do exactly what I ask them to do.
Actually, I don't think that's going to be the case. You might be the one that everyone decides to ignore.
Why would they do that to me?
I think everyone was actually getting tired of all the bragging that you were doing 2 years ago. Most of us were actually really happy that you went abroad.
Getting tired of me? That's not possible. I thought that everyone loved being around me.
I don't know about that. Once you decided to go abroad, everyone stopped liking your Instagram posts, right? You were uploading so many photos, but everyone was just ignoring them.
Now that you mention it, I guess that's kind of true. I was wondering why no one was liking my posts.
We even held you a farewell party because you asked us to, but you didn't seem to appreciate it at all. I guess that's when everyone decided that they didn't really want to have to deal with you anymore. I'd imagine most people have forgotten about you completely. No one's welcomed you back to the country, have they? That means no one cares about you.
Are you sure about this? I was looking forward to you guys all hosting a welcome back party for me.
Nobody's planning any welcome back party for you. The only people that are happy to see you back are the people that own the parking space you used. They're probably going to be delighted when you hand them the huge amount of money that you owe them. You kept on threatening me that I would regret all of this. It looks like you're going to be the one that regrets what you did. As Kate had mentioned, the parking lot was owned by 2 separate people. The parking space that Mary had used was not Kate's property. It was the property of the real estate agent that had an office in that building. When Kate arrived at the parking lot to pick up her car, she was surrounded by a group of scary-looking men. She was told to pay over $25,000 for the parking fees, and some extra fees on top of that for causing such a nuisance to them. She tried to explain to them that she mistook the parking space for someone else's property, and that she didn't mean to park in their space. However, she could not get out of it as she did leave her car parked there for 2 years. That was something that she could not rectify. She ended up having to pay the entire amount in full before she finally managed to get her car back. Once things had settled down, she expected all her mom friends to hold her a welcome back party as she had been gone for 2 whole years. Unsurprisingly, nobody ended up contacting her, and even when she tried to reach out to them, they all ended up ignoring her. To make things worse, her husband ended up finding out about the problem that she caused at the parking lot. He found out that she had to pay a huge amount of money for what she had done, and that was the final straw for him. He ended up kicking her out of the house, and currently they are trying to get a divorce. All of the bad things that she had done in the past had all come back to bite her at around the same time. Her life is currently falling apart. It was such a ridiculous thing that she tried to do in the first place. Trying to park her car in a parking lot for free for 2 years? What was she thinking? She really got what she deserved.